Hello everyone. This is the fifth course of SMC 7-day development. In the previous courses, we achieved the house searching, including organize the finding the house location and show the house's information, and we also achieved the distance and area measurements. So in this course, we are going to achieve finding the nearest parking lots. Here, this time, we are going to end our functions at the left container of this interface. We will end the parking lot at this utilities management. Then let's first to design the interface first. Here I want to say, if we want to journalize the nearest parking lot of searching, the first we should set the distance, and then we need to find out all the parkings that meet the that in this at this distance, and the third one we should select the nearest one and show it on the map. So these are the steps to journalize distance query. Now let's first design the interface. Here, the first we rename the left container, the first one as parking lot. Let's find the index HTML and find the first one, utilities management. The title we change it as parking lot. So, and then here we will end all the divs under this parking lot. The first here in this course, we will import outside of CSS file a Bootstrap CSS. We all know that Bootstrap is a standardized form framework tool for front-end page building. It has a CSS file including many finished styles, and here we directly refer to it to simplify our page design work. We will focus on our GIS functions. So here we just import. You can download this Bootstrap in the internet. Here. We just import it to our CSS file and refer to it in the index HTML. Then here I'm going to find one. This one. The first, we copy the Bootstrap CSS file in our in our system, and then we quarter it. In the here we set it here, and then we refer to it. And then the next we add text and input tags, also a search clear button to the div. Here first we copy all this. Under the parking lot here we can remove this one. Then it would like this. And then here we can save it and refresh our page to see the change. Here we can see we add text tag distance, and we add an important we also add input tag and 2 buttons. And then we do some here we can debugger this server. That means the server responded. It failed to load the resources. Here we can see the Bootstrap is not in the file. So here maybe I put it in a wrong. The first here I clear the empty the cache again. Then we set also cannot find the CSS file. Let me think. CSS. That's right. Oh, sorry. I think here it should be like this in the CSS file. So I made a mistake here, and then we refresh it again. Here we can see if we do not import the Bootstrap CSS, the button would be like this, and if we refresh it, if we refer to the Bootstrap CSS, here we can see the button have the. Here we can see the styles in the Bootstrap CSS file. So it's convenient for us to develop the front end page. But here we still do need to do some modification. Here the input tags. Here we want to we do need to change. Then like if you have the front end the page problems, you can debug it and the page, find the elements menu and find the elements of just like the input one is here, and here we can the first we are going to we find the style of the input tag, and here we first copy the CSS file, and this is the idea of the input tag. Here we set its width, height, and border radius, and the font color, and the margin border color. Here let's refresh. Here we can see the element style is empty, and then we refresh it. Here we can see this file is not being updated, so here we also need to empty the cache again, and here we can see this value here, and the input tag changed like this. Here we can check its input tag and the style of this input tag. So here we finished the page design, and then the next we are going to append a click function, click event to this search button, and then a clear button. The search button, when we click the search, we can draw a point at the map, and then there will be the searching results will be returned to the to us and displayed on the map. So let's run at it. And then here we are going to new JS file to store the parking codes. Here find the JS file, and then we new file means parking.js file. And here we do the same effort. We end this function. And then we need to add the codes between inside of this function, and then we also need to refer to the new JS file. Here we save it, and we put behind the map.js. Parking, yes. The order of these references is important. you cannot put the parking .js in the front of the map.js because it will be get error. If you run your system, because all the functions in JS need to know the map first, and then you can do the operations on the map. So the orders is the important. And then the next here here we first end the we bend a click event to the search button. Here we can we first do not we just leave it as none. We just bend the click event, and then next we should draw a point on the map to locate where you are. So here we need to new draw point here. We need draw feature and draw point to the map, and then add the point to the map. This is the similar with this is the same class in our maybe second course, the map. Here we add the measurement, the draw line, draw polygon, and here now we are going to draw point. So this is the same function. And then when we click the search button, we should make the draw point. We should make the draw point. Here we can see its functions. We need to make it active. Draw this one, we copy this. When we click the search button, we make the draw point active, so we can draw the point on the map. And the next we are going to finish the draw point completed event. Here we first copy all this, and first after when we finish the drawing, the first we should stop drawing, and then here we are going to directly query doing the distance query. here we are going to use the query by distance class to realize this function. The first we can go to our help document to find the list. Not here. This one, and the data. No, the query. Here we can find the query by distance. The first, it is similar with the query by circle. The first we need to set the query parameters, and then we execute the query service. Here we are going to set the parameters. Here are the parameters we need to set the distance. And here next is nearest. This can find the nearest one, and you also can set the expect count if you want how many results you want to get from the service results. And here in distance service we can see the example. The first, after we set the let's just say our codes here. I think it also clearly. The first we set the parameters, and the parameters here we define the query layer. We are going to query the parking lot. So here we set the layer as parking ground. This layer, and here we need to return the content. So here we set true, and then is nearest. Yes, we want to find the nearest parking lot, and then the distance. The distance here, this value we are getting from the input tag. This one, you can customize the distance you want to search, and the value will return to the distance value. And so here is about the query distance parameters, and then we will execute the distance query. So if succeeds, it will execute query by distance services function. And so here we are going to end the query by distance success function. First, we copy all this and all the process field function. Then actually when we execute this query by distance service, we will get a result from the service. So this E is returned from the service. And then we first need to judge if there is any result in it. If not, we will not go on and just stop the running. So here we can just we can output the result from the server. Let's just we refresh it, and here we open we Control O to find the parking. There is no parking. Let's find it. It's also not refreshed. I think I forgot to save. So yes, and then refresh it again, and then I control. Sorry. This one I Control O to find the parking JS, and then I debug here. Here is search. Here is a wrong. Vector layer is not defined. Oh, I forgot one thing. Sorry. Here we define a point. We also define a point and the point to the vector layer we created before, but the vector layer is in the map.js file, and we define it. And it is not a global variable, so it cannot be found in the parking file. So here we need to change the vector layer as a global variable. And then the first here, then I refresh. So when you write your codes, if you find some error in your page, you'd better press F12 to the console interface, and there must be some errors or tips displayed in the console, so it can need you to solve your problem. Just like here, it shows the vector layer is not defined, so you will going to find why there is no vector layer. Then we refresh it again here, and search. We first check. We found that the event not enter the click function. So here we are going to check why it would be like this. First we check if the ID is right. Button or here, yeah, here we can see there is a space in the ID. We delete it, and then I think no. And we refresh the page again, and then we search it. Also cannot enter. Checking the here we found that there is also a space. We delete this space and then we here it is successful to enter the click event, and then we debug it. And here we should withdraw a point. Here we can see when we finish the drawing, it will enter the query by distance sys function, and here we can see the result. Console. Oh, sorry, I also made a mistake. The console is no need to the empty. Just and then here when we draw a point, then here we can see the output. Here shows the location information. The location information of the we draw the point, and then we are going to find a parking port which is nearest to this point. Here we just say, don't copy this one, we just copy all this. Oh, not this one. To compute query by distance success. Yes, this one here. Then we define a variable to store the results. We can see we know the result record one and the feature. So here is the result we drew, and then oh sorry, I made a mistake. The result, the result from the server is not the point we draw. It is the nearest parking lot returned from the service, because we already execute the query by distance service. So here, this one, the selected feature is the parking lot which is nearest to the point, and then we need to display the selected the parking lot on the map, and here we do a loop. Because we already know there is not only one there may be not only one result returned from the service. If just like if you set it as 6 as 3, and it will return 3 results from the service. So here we need a loop to end all the results to the map. Here we are going to add a marker on the map. So here the marker. Here we need to new marker layer to store to display the parking lots. The difference between the marker layer and the vector layer is that the marker layer is should point as with a picture, but the vector layer is display the features with point or line or polygon. So here the first we define a marker layer, and we define the marker layer behind the vector layer. Here we can see the vector layer and the markers layer in markers, and then we also add the marker layer to the map. We need to show the marker layer to the map, and also we also need to set the marker layer as a global variable, so that it can be found in the parking JS file. And then the next here maybe I and a note. Parking lot. Return from service. And then this part is display on parking lot on the map with marker symbol. And the next we are going to show the this first name not it's just to show this code results. Let's refresh it, and then we draw a point. Then here we can see with debugger is, and just here we need to add an image, this marker. We need to add a image to this image file. Let's go back. I'm going to find an image. This one, the marker. Put here, and then we refresh again, and here search, draw a point, and then here we can see there are 3, there are 3 parking lots returned from this service. Because here we set the expect count as 3. Here we can only say 1. And let's refresh the page. And then we also draw a point. We not debug it. Here will be only 1 parking lot returned for the service, which is the nearest one. And if we don't end the this parameter is nearest. If we don't end this parameter, it will return all the parking lots and this only here. Also not set the expect one. I just want to show you the pattern. What's the use of these parameters. And search. Here we can see all the parking lots at this distance will be displayed on the map if we don't end the this limit. So because we need the nearest one, we end the nearest parameters, and we only need 1 result. Here. So here the next we are going to check the information of this parking lot. So here we are also here we are also add a pop-up window on the map to show the parking lot information. Pop-up window. Let's see parking. No, I disconnected the parking lot. Now here we also need to know the point of where the windows located here, because in this function the features is already the point, so here we can directly get the x, the longitude and the magnitude of the point, and then we define HTML. Here we define the style of the HTML, and then we only here we only add the parking lot name on the pop-up windows. So here we can see the result here: recordings, features, attributes. Here we can see the name. There are many attributes in this parking lot. Here we only show the name of the parking lot. So here the feature attributes name, and then we also this one we are going to use the framed cloud pop-up. The parameters are the same with the with the anchored frame here. In the previous exercise, we add pop-up of anchored, and here is the parameters. You can see we use the same steps and use same parameters, but only the style of the pop-up is different. So let's refresh our page to see the result. Search and endpoint. Here we can see this is the cloud frame pop-up window. It is like this, and this is the anchored the pop-up window. So clear it and search and again. So now here we already finished to end a point and find the nearest parking lot from the location and show the nearest parking lot name. Here the next we are going to optimize it. So here we can see if we do another searching, the previous one are still here. So we are going to end some operations before we do the next search. The first we should clear the point we created, and we also clear the parking lot, the marker symbol displayed on the map, and we also clear the pop-up window of the previous one. So here we need to end 3 clear operations. We're going to find this one. It is this 3 operations. We put it before we draw a new point. We first clear the point we draw and the parking lot we find and the pop-up window. So let's refresh the page and try again. Here is a mistake. Close info window is not defined. As you know, we end a close info window in the map.js. Here we can see the close info window is in the map in this JS file, but it is not a global function. So here we also need to put it at the front of this function. We make this close info window as a global function, so that it can be found. It can be found in the parking JS file. Then let's refresh it again. Search and draw a point. Here we can show the result, and then we draw another one. The previous one are cleared. We draw another one. There is no name. then like this. So maybe you think we have finished this this function, but here we need to add a clear function to clear the results and to stop your drawing. This one here. We already set the closing point as global function, and then next we are going to add the clear function at the end of this. The clear function will also first we should make the draw point deactive, and then we clear the vector layer, mark layer, and close the information window, the pop-up window. So here let's empty cache and refresh it. Here we draw a point and we clear it. So this is about clear, and we search, but here there gets error. The property features of undefined. Here we can find the error happened in the parking JS file. We can click it. It will locate the error position. Here you can continue. We can refresh again, debug it, and we draw again to here and to find why there gets error. Here we can see the result. Here we found the recordings. The record state is 0. There is no result returned from the service, because we set the distance as 50 meters. Maybe in this at this distance there are no there is no parking lot. Here we can use the distance measure. We can find that we can see the nearest one is 80 meters. So how to handle this situation? There we are going to add a condition to judge this situation. We add the before we are going to display the parking lot, we first judge if there is any result returned from the service. If there is no result from the service, it will alert that sorry, there is no parking lot at this distance. So let's refresh it and we find this one. So here there should not be error in the console, but it will give information about why there is no result, because there is no parking lot at this distance. but here we clear this. But if we change it as 100 and we draw a thing, and here we can see the results should be like this. There is a result returned from the service, because there is no information, because maybe this parking not in no name. This one. So I think we finished today's course, finding the nearest parking or not. Today's course is a little complex, but I think if you following my video, you can finish it. And I'm also so glad you can keep it up, and I hope you can keep going, and you will find that the learning process is worth it. So I also wish see you in the next day's course. Thank you. Have a good day.